Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching this video. I'm a life coach and I help people heal from different kinds of trauma, PTSD, specifically CPTSD. This is a video that has a lot to do with this. I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what isolation is doing to us and why we isolate. The better we understand these things, the better we have, we can manage it and change it and heal, okay? So, this video is about isolation after abuse, the damages it does, and why do we do it, so we can cure this stuff, okay? So we can change our lives. As you guys probably know, at least the ones who have watched my videos before, you know that I'm a strong proponent and totally believe that adult relationships mirror child relationships until we heal. Until we heal. We take over for our parents. We will care for our parents the way that they did. I mean, we will care for ourselves the way our parents cared for us. Okay? We will take over for them. That's the idea. They show us how to care for ourselves and we keep doing that. The problem with victims like us, they care for our physical needs, right? And so we focus on meeting our physical needs, and we might know how to do that really well, but then they don't meet our emotional needs. And so we don't do that. We neglect ourselves. So just like how they care for us, we do. Just how they don't care for us is what we do. If they neglect us, we neglect ourselves. I've made a ton of videos about child neglect and how damaging it is. And I know that it's extremely difficult for you guys to see this. It's one of the hardest things for me to show my clients that they've been neglected. We take over for our parents. And one thing that we need to really understand is that emotional trauma equals shame. So everything growing up in our childhood that hurt, that we don't understand, tells us we're a bad person until we later understand, until we feel better about it. Okay? And we learn what was really going on, and we learn that we aren't bad people. And it's about accepting ourselves and what happened to us and our feelings and stuff like this. But the bottom line is we didn't get what we needed, okay? That's real important to this. And it's neglect. We didn't give ourselves what we needed, or people didn't give us what we needed, so later we aren't going to give ourselves what we need. And this shame that we receive from neglect and abuse, or abuse, causes low self-worth. So we, a lot of times, won't believe we're worthy of giving ourselves what we need. This is about stress early in life. And stress early in life causes us to be on high alert. This emotional stress, not knowing how to navigate, not knowing how to get what we need, and not getting what we need makes us unhealthy, sick. Okay? A lot of you guys don't understand this, and you think that you were neglected, so all you have to do is go look up emotional needs, okay, and really know what they are and ask yourself if you received these in childhood. Okay? It's that simple. If your adult relationships now aren't meeting your emotional needs, then they weren't met in childhood, okay? And this happens to everybody until we heal, until we learn and understand and start doing it. So there's something I wanted to talk about today, and it's something that really affects us in this entire process of being stressed early in life and later later being abused and isolating. And there's something called Tachykinin. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of what Takakinins, or heard of them or heard of what they are. But it helps us in high stress scenarios, but also causes anxiety, and prolonged after effects is depression. Okay? If you were to go get lost in the wild, say you got lost on an African safari, somehow they left you there in South Africa, and you're walking around and you've got elephants, and you're seeing leopards, and you're seeing, hippopotamus are dangerous, water buffalo are extremely dangerous, obviously elephants and big cats. Your Tachykinin will help you be on high alert and help you respond better to these things. But like I said, it causes anxiety and later depression. Okay? Tachykinin are a family of neuropeptides. They were named by their ability to rapidly contract gut tissue, muscle, smooth muscle. Tachakykinins excite neurons evoke behavioral responses and contract many smooth muscles. These are muscles generally surrounding your hollow organs, like your stomach, your intestine, your bladder, okay? All associated with your mood, happiness, depression. So it can cause stress-related behaviors. And I want to go over some stress-related behaviors and see what you guys think. What do you guys think of these, right? Changes in appetite, eating too much, too little. Procrastinating and avoiding responsibility. Increased use of alcohol, drugs, nicotine. Teeth grinding, or makes it worse if you already do. Tremors, nervous tics. Clumsiness. Decline in enthusiasm. Mood, attitude, morale. Even having disorders in these areas. Type A personality makes it even worse. And I truly believe that people with type A personalities, people that are higher in neurosis, people that are more introverted, I would say, not always, but most of us have been neglected in childhood. Things like codependency, approval seekers, perfectionists, overachievers, devoted loyalists, right? Self-sacrificing, willing victims. This is all stress-related behavior, and this is what we all are from prolonged stress in our childhood. This is evidence you were neglected, okay, or abused. Learned helplessness, learned hopelessness. This is where we learn to fawn and freeze, not learning how to react appropriately to danger. But here's the biggest one: social withdrawal. As mood is negatively affected, the person may lose interest in meeting people and friends and attending functions like parties and weddings. This person may cut off the people close to them and become a social recluse. It also causes impulsive buying and acquiring inanimate objects. So to wrap it up, this causes us on high alert all the time. This is the hypervigilance, right? This is anxiety. This is our cortisol out of whack, our adrenaline, adrenal fatigue, exhaustion. This is causing poor sleep, waking up all night, right? How many of you wake up every 2 hours, 4 hours? Massive physiological problems and depression. Isolate. The problem is this isolation makes it all worse. Makes it all worse. We need people. We need love. This isolation typically is a reaction, a result of not having enough of either people in our lives and not enough love. It also makes it worse. I understand isolation, and I've done it for long periods of time. That also helps me tell you that it's extremely damaging. Extremely. We've got to keep being vulnerable to people, but safely, to the right people. And our parents may not have taught us how to judge this. And professionals can help you with this. Okay? I help my clients still be vulnerable, to learn how to be vulnerable and when, and to still protect themselves and still keep trusting people. I thought this was interesting. Takakinins. It's good to know what's going on, why, so we can change it. Okay? We cannot have stress in our lives. And the first thing I have to do with clients is start eliminating stress. And my clients don't see it. We've just had stress our whole lives. We accept it. We ignore our feelings. It's not that bad. Some of my clients don't even know they've had anxiety their whole life. No. I ask them, you had anxiety? No, never, not at all. I start telling them what it is. I've had it my whole life. We are ignoring how we feel. And by doing that, we can't change anything and we can't give ourselves what we need. So I hope this helps you guys understand kind of what's going on and how vitally important it is to stop isolating, okay? I don't also want to cause you extra stress I hope this doesn't cause anybody extra stress, saying, oh no, God, stop doing what you're doing. It's making it worse. I understand isolation. And we do everything at our own rate and our own speed. And that's what helps us start feeling like we're in control again, to take back some of our control and our power. Okay? But I strongly suggest that anything that's hard to do in life, get help. You are all worth it. Okay? I know that you guys like me talking about the brain and science, the scientific stuff that goes on with all this stuff. So this one's for you guys. Any questions you have, please ask me. I'll put the links to a couple different articles that I looked up to help me with this stuff. Okay? Thank you, all of you. Love yourself first, and I'll see you again. Bye.